Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a nice autumn day, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, a nice spring day. I'm out on the road here, so there might be a little bit of traffic. There's a truck coming towards me. Hopefully it's not too loud, but in any case, just wanted to chat about something that's come up with. I know it's somebody just kind of trolling a little bit, but it does bring up a valid point. Maybe think about a couple of things. And, it's really, the argument being made was that it was a comment on one of Jamie's videos. And it was essentially that by using the name, or using words, using the term of a dish that is traditionally made out of animal products, but just saying like vegan shepherd's pie, for example, that's what it was. So the argument was that saying like vegan shepherd's pie is still promoting or encouraging the use of animals because shepherd's pie in essence cannot be vegan because it always has like lamb or sheep or something like that. So obviously, this person was completely ignoring the fact that it was a veganized version. But their argument was essentially that you shouldn't use those terms, because it still promotes or whatever the use of animal products just by simply using those words. So, of course, there's been some back and forth on that, but I mean, that to me is completely ridiculous. Obviously, when you make a vegan version of something, that right there, the word vegan completely sets the tone and sets the pace for what that product is actually going to be or what the intent is. So, it's kind of ridiculous to even go there right off the bat with that. Hold on, get a little bit of traffic here, just one sec. But just as importantly, we got to realize that language, our words that we use, they're just guides. They're just signposts. They're just markers. They're just tools that allow us to understand a concept or understand, something we're pointing towards. Now, of course, we've established some definitions and it makes sense to know what these words mean, but like using the term vegan shepherd's pie, okay? And why not call it a veggie pie or some other thing, right? Well, because you want to allow people to understand what kind of taste and texture they can expect. It's the same reason we use the terms vegan bacon or, plant milk, vegan cheese. It's the same reason we use those words because, and we've seen so many times here in the last couple of years where certain states or countries or organizations are trying to ban vegans and vegetarians from using certain labeling, it's ridiculous. These are signposts. Nobody owns these words, first of all. Like nobody in their harsh and strong opinion and conviction that shepherd's pie is absolutely 100% always has these two types of meat and always involves a shepherd. Like, come on. I reject that completely. Absolutely reject it. So we had a nice windstorm here yesterday. This tree uprooted. Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, I mean, you got to reject that completely because it's nonsense, okay? By saying vegan shepherd's pie, you were telling people that this dish, this veganized dish, is similar to traditional shepherd's pie. You're going to be able to anticipate and expect the same tastes and textures because using TVP and lentils, seasoned will simulate the types of, meaty textures or flavors that you would get in an animal-based product. And you're going to be able to convince people, or at least, expose people to vegan food, plant-based alternatives, and they're going to be less hesitant to try it. If someone said, hey man, here, have this veggie pie, I'd be like, what the hell's veggie pie? That sounds dumb. And I'm a vegan. Veggie pie, that sounds horrible. But you tell me, hey, try this vegan shepherd's pie. Oh shit, that should be good, because I know what shepherd's pie means. Those words point me towards the memory of a taste and a texture. So we get so hung up on words and definitions. It's not just with this example. This is just the one that has been happening, and so it's fresh on my mind. But there's so many cases where people are like, yeah, but look at the dictionary definition of this word or this thing. You can't possibly use that. No, I get it. We shouldn't just change definitions to suit our needs. Anybody who says, oh yeah, I'm still vegan, but I eat honey, but I'm a vegan. Well, no, you can't change a definition to include you in something that clearly you are not included in. But you can still use words to point someone in a direction to better explain what it is that you're talking about. Oh my God, it's been so fun. Look, I know YouTube trolls and really just trolls in general, people who are just in it to argue. They're in it to waste your time. They want to try to frustrate you and stress you out. Man, you can't stress me out, okay? I'm so zen, you can troll the shit out of me. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to troll you right back, because I don't care. I reject your hypothesis. Yes, I stole that from Quentin Tarantino. But I reject completely these people who are so adamant about how I must be wrong and they must be right. Because quite honestly, I don't care what they think. So you want to troll me, that's fine. Go ahead. I will troll you right back. But we can't get hung up on the semantics, the linguistic semantics. What does a word truly mean? You're not promoting shepherds. You're not promoting lamb and sheep meat by saying vegan shepherd's pie. That's idiotic. Just in the same way that you have every valid right to say vegan cheese, vegan milk, plant milk, whatever it is, vegan ice cream. Because the dairy industry doesn't own these words. Words cannot be owned. They are just signposts and guides. A great example, and this is really well explained somewhere within the Power of Now book by Eckhart Tolle. Because in that book, he'll refer to or reference God. But he says very clearly that that's just a word. So it doesn't necessarily mean whatever, preconceived or biblical context or anything like that. It's whatever that word means to you in the context of what he's talking about in the book. And so that's why I can appreciate that and read this book and know when he's talking about that, even as somebody who is, I won't say I'm atheist, I'd say I'm agnostic. I really don't have a clue, but I definitely don't believe in theism, for example. I can still appreciate that because I know what he's doing. He's using that to reference a state of mind or a state of being. So it doesn't matter that he uses the word God, right? Just as it shouldn't matter that you use the word shepherd's pie. Anyway, just some thoughts on that. I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.